far as me being on this podcast, this for me is like an education thing. I'm here to like observe, listen to both sides, and then basically get my feedback. I do agree with both sides, honestly. When I'm looking at it, it just seems that it's not just about caring, in my opinion. If I was to vote, it's like how you care, character. It seems like one side is always more hostile than the other side. And then it seems like the other side is like trying to victimize themselves instead of like trying to like make real progress towards something, I guess you can say. I feel like a lot of people say why not to get abortions, but I feel like if you're not getting them, then I don't think your opinion really matters. Because people get them from different reasons, and regardless of what the majority of people is still other people that get them for different reasons. I know I've seen different articles where women have died because of the abortion laws. So I do feel like it shouldn't be just black and white there. Um, I do also feel like what was the other thing that the Democrats said that I really didn't agree with? Oh, the immigrants, the migrants. That's something I just completely disagree with 100%. I feel like when it comes down to the migrants, that it should be done in a more safe way because you don't know if you're bringing over convicted felons, you don't know if you're bringing over rapists, and like you said, they have to be able to contribute to the tax system and what the problems that we already have here. I honestly don't believe that Trump can control those things as much as he would like to. He's tried to build a border and it wasn't successful. He tried to do abortion all around. It wasn't successful. Our voice still matters. I think I'm very disappointed in Black people in general who are on the Democrat side, how they're just accepting defeat. I don't like that. I feel like it's a slap in the face because when I do see Trump talk, I don't see him talk because I don't see him talking about the same crackheads in the white communities that die at the same rate as Black men to the gun. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him directing and talking about their issues like he talk about other race issues. So that's why I would consider him racist. His character, I don't agree with it. I think he supports a narrative that we already have facing in our generation, as far as the younger generation, people not giving a fuck. People just out here just being even more disrespectful to their elders, killing each other. He supports a certain narrative of how to get things done that I feel like contributes to the issues in our community. But at the same time, when I hear about the policies that he's passed, it's like, yeah, that's good that he got these Black men out of jail. But after a Black man has spent so much time in jail, what percentage of them after getting out actually makes a difference to the community instead of harming it again? So I understand why people are like, yes, I'm glad my cousin home, but if he had a good support system, he's not going to be one of those guys who comes out and it affects the community differently. I honestly feel like a lot of stuff that happens nowadays based on when presidents do get in office and they say, we're going to do this, and they're taking it to the extremities. It never actually happens because our voice do matter. We have to figure out how to get on one page to make things happen. I feel like a lot of stuff that's going on right now is a social experiment. They want to see what's important to America. Is character important to America? Based on the people that's famous, Shamar, the little twisted dude walking, Woody, just based on the people that are now, you know, gaining celebrity status very fast. Character do not come on now, like they said, why are we surprised? Character is not something that America no longer really care about. It's money. Like we all know this, it's money. And they made sure to make sure that a lot of us, especially in our community, don't care about character. They made sure that they did that. And that's the reason why we're divided the way we are. So that's just my opinion based on everything I've heard.
Well, can because I was reading the comments, just give me 2 minutes and I'll wrap this up. One, my issue is not the fact. So when we talk about the abortion issue and the women who passed away, that woman, Amber, did not die because of the abortion rules. Amber was pregnant with twins. Amber went and took some abortion pills because she went to a clinic out of state because she was past the cutoff in her own state. When she came, a termination, sorry, I gotta get this out of my mouth. Termination. Termination, termination, termination. 3 times. I won't say anymore. Okay, so termination. She goes out of state to get the termination. She does not get the proper aftercare. And that's why Amber was unalived. Every time they have these stories about these women who are having these miscarriage related issues, these are not because of the laws. If you actually read the legislation in these places, because I read it, I don't want to just be out here talking loud and wrong. When you read the legislation clearly states that these terminations are acceptable if they have to go to saving the lives of the mothers. These women are not the only ones that are having these miscarriages. Now, to that point, I will say that termination, voluntary termination and miscarriages need to be separated, because right now they're put into the same box. And so when women like myself hear like, oh, these women are passing away, I think, well, maybe something like that could happen to me, right? Maybe I would get pregnant and then have an issue with my pregnancy and have to terminate it. That should not be called a termination. That can't be in that same box, because 98% of the terminations that happen in this country are voluntary. It's not because somebody got assaulted. It's not because somebody is sick. It is because of poor womb management. And I think, honestly, we got to hold ourselves more accountable, because we cannot allow the issue of white women's right to terminate their babies. Because remember, Roe v. Wade came out after Loving. So once the society saw that more of these mulatto babies could possibly be made, that's when they passed these laws subsequently. I think it was like a 2 or 3 year gap. So this issue was all about these white women being able to terminate their mulatto babies, but that cannot supersede the genocide that's been happening on Negro women's wombs, because our issues are not the same. Our babies deserve to be born. Black fetuses matter. And that's what I'm on. I don't care about Trump being rude. He gonna bring that money. He's not my man. He's not my pastor. He is my president. So I don't care what he's talking about. As long as those dollars and cents make sense, I'm straight. And I'm happy as heck, because I'm in the church. I'm happy as heck that Black folks had the self-esteem this time to stand up for themselves and run away from their oppressors. The Democratic Party has put us in every bad situation that we've had in this country since our inception. Thank you.
I just want to say, when it comes down to the abortion stuff, I just feel like you shouldn't just tell somebody what to do
Okay, we
with
got
their
to be easy
baby.
on that A word. Let's just say something like
I'm
delete.
sorry. I'm sorry for the termination. I'm sorry. I didn't even peep how she kept saying she couldn't say that. Sorry. Termination. Because I feel like when they figure when they take these statistics about why people are having the terminations, some people are lying on on those papers. But just another thing, imagine if these women are terminating these children, how do you think they're going to treat them if they kept them? It's like, it's not about changing the laws. You can't tell somebody what to do with their body. You can't control somebody. You can't control their free will to do what they want. The problem is these people are not understanding their worth, their body. That's the problem. It's more women that's being created that's not understanding their value. Forcing them to have these children, I don't think is also the answer. I think that's what well, not upsets me, but it alarms me when it comes to that party, because I feel like it starts with something like I said, I feel like a lot of things that's done are social experiments. So it starts with things like this, like, how much can we control? Can we stop them from doing this or doing that? I don't think that's a good solution from stop like creating these type of women. You go what I'm saying? And you don't know what people's situations are. Um, I've had abortions before. I'm not gonna go into details, but you don't know their reasonings. When you go back there and you're doing the papers, I sat in a room with a lot of those women who ended up telling me the real stories that they didn't want to tell the people and tell the social workers, because they have a duty that if something's being reported that they will have to tell. So it's a lot of things that I just feel like you just don't. I don't just believe in taking somebody's free will to do whatever they want with their body. I just would never agree with that. But I do agree with the part, if our country is in a bad space, like financially, and if that's the reason why everything is going haywire, then of course we shouldn't be focused on like if he's nice or not. I wasn't talking about being nice. Like I said, it's just character. If you talk about white people issues the same way you talk about our issues, then okay, cool. I wouldn't think that you were biased, but he knew what type of crowd he was trying to attract. He was trying to attract both, and he did well, in my opinion. That's the reason why he won. He did well at it. Like regardless if I agree with it, liked it, he did very well. He said enough to where he was able to pan to the black people that's tired of black people not doing what they need to do and come together to stop the issues that we're having in our community. And tired of and then he also panned to the white people who just think all black people is just fucking dumb. Like that was the smartest way to kind of go about it, because like a lot of I feel like minorities that live around us can like they feel like that. They feel like if we came here and we could find a way to work together. Like speaking on what she said, when I go to the city, I be very disappointed in our people when I see that these migrants come in, buy a building out, have all the people move in there, fix it up, and then the next day you see them at another building and at another building. And it's just amazing to see how they work together. And I just be disappointed when I see how ignorant my people is, just letting them come in and do it and then be like, y'all not giving us enough money. But they fixed up the houses out here. They fixed up the price. And in a week, it smelled like piss. This is what y'all doing. But they keeping their stuff together. It's like the rule is like educating our people, I guess. And I feel like sometimes people like I really don't care about delivery, but sometimes delivery matters when you want to make an impact on someone. And like me, I can read through the lines when I hear y'all talking. It's passion, you know. But when you're talking to the opposing party and you want to get through to them, sometimes your delivery matters if you want it to be effective.